Commentaries pertaining to Sebastian Rogers. A video has been released to the public. Um, I guess a private investigator working for the Proudfoots pertaining to a figure roaming the neighborhood the night that allegedly Sebastian Rogers went missing. Police say that this video is not relevant. Please take the polls on my community page pertaining to this subject matter, and I will bring you the results of that poll once I'm done with my commentary pertaining to this new information. Welcome to the Vault Excel, everyone.
New video that the family of Sebastian Rogers and a private investigator helping them with his cause believe could be significant in the search for this missing 16-year-old. Our Holly Thompson first broke the story at 3 o'clock and asked the private investigator why he believes this is so significant.
The private investigator is helping Katie and Chris Proudfoot search for their son, Sebastian Rogers, who vanished so far without a trace from his home. That was almost a year ago. The family hired Steve Fisher late last year to take on Sebastian's case. Now, Steve says the video they're focused on now could be a break in the case. He says if you look closely, it shows a person in dark clothing in Sebastian's neighborhood right around 12:17 a.m., the night Sebastian disappeared. He says that person appears to hide behind a car when someone walks the dog nearby. Then that person takes off in the opposite direction. I asked Steve how significant this video is, video the public has never seen.
So what we found, we went through over 100 hours of surveillance, and it wasn't until the third pass through the surveillance that we even spotted this person. Is this person accounted for? Does law enforcement know who this individual is? Do they even know about this person in the video? And if they do, have they accounted for who that is?
Steve told us the TBI also had a copy of this video. We reached out to them asking why they never released it. Now, there is still an active Amber Alert out for Sebastian. Hundreds of hours have been pouring into finding him. Ground searches, drone mapping, the use of scent dogs, and the scouring of surveillance video. So what's next in the search? I asked Steve that question, and you can see where he says they will soon focus their search in the WSMV4 News app. The family did sit down with me one-on-one. I'll have that full story for you on the day 1 year ago that Sebastian went missing. That's Wednesday, February 26th.
All right, everybody. Welcome to the Vault Excel. So this video has been known by TBI 72 hours after the fact of when the child went missing. So it's not new news. It's only new news to us. They say that this content is not relevant. I'm going to bring you said information for verification. Fox 17 is the source, everybody. Steve Fisher, a private investigator working with Katie and Chris Proudfoot, Sebastian's biological mother and stepfather, said the video appears to show a figure walking on Kellen Lane, a block over from Sebastian Rogers' residence. Fisher said it was taken at 12:17 a.m. the night Sebastian went missing. It's definitely a person, said Fisher. It looks like a thin person wearing dark clothing, walks down south on Kellen Lane behind a vehicle, and appears like he or she is trying to stay out of eyesight of the person walking their dog. They go behind this car a little while, then they turn around and come back the same way they came from. Fisher said a person walking their dog had passed by moments earlier in the footage. The block is also near an ongoing construction site that Fisher said a tracking dog potentially hit upon when search crews canvassed the area right after Sebastian's disappearance. Law enforcement has the video in which Fisher said he used tools to enhance for a clearer view. Unfortunately, he said it's not likely the figure in the video could ever be identified. It took 3 times watching all the video before we found that, said Fisher. The Sumner County Sheriff's Office, working with TBI and FBI on the case, has said there have been no confirmed sightings of Sebastian since he went missing or significant leads in the case. Detectives have said they are leaving nothing off the table. This is an active and ongoing investigation. We continue to work with our state and federal partners. We will continue to seek a resolution in this case, said Sumner County Sheriff Eric Craddock in a statement to Fox 17 News. As for the new surveillance video, Sheriff News issues a statement. Law enforcement has had possession of the original video since 72 hours after Sebastian was reported missing. After thoroughly investigating this lead, we determined that it has no relevance to the case. However, SCSO did not specifically respond to whether detectives have identified the figure in the video. Fox 17 is my source. So have they verified the person in the video, law officials? And that's why the video was never released to the public, because they've identified the person, or they haven't identified the person. They say it is not relevant to the case. So what are your thoughts? I am a realist. And what you have seen play out in this case, which is what you saw play out with Summer Wells, Cal City Boys, Camille McKinney Cupcake, that case, just a bunch of people who meddle and make up stuff and ramble on about things that are not true. Because that's the thing about anything, you have to have verification. And what is so sad to me is how outrageous this case became here on the internet, YouTube. First, it was the video of the flashlights. Then it was this recent video of shown of the mother and the child at the restaurant before his disappearance. So we're just going on with all this video of this and that, but no verification. So law officials have not alluded to the fact that the flashlight video or alleged flashlight video is of relevance. No relevance pertaining to the restaurant. Everybody pointing fingers and making up stuff about somebody passing somebody something, which I didn't see any of that. Just a bunch of people going in and out of a restaurant trying to eat, and you've got all their pictures blasted on social media, implicating people, green hoodie guy, all this type of nonsense, not even caring about the people in the video being shown and implicating them into an alleged crime or crime, let's say. Many of you believe it is a crime. Now here comes this information that's already been vetted, allegedly. Don't know if the person has been verified or not. So what I have to ask myself is the obvious. The people who live near the car where this person is ducking and dodging, allegedly, do they have a clear view of the person to where the police can say, okay, we go out, we found this person, and it's not Sebastian Rogers? It's just nonstop with this kid, this case. And it's sad to me. And what's interesting, the family, the Proudfoots, hiring this Mr. Fisher, who was linked to that nonsense out in California with that missing girl from Hawaii. You see how that ended up. And I just think it's interesting, the cases that he chooses to get himself involved in. Just saying. Calling a spade a spade. This is a tragedy because next Wednesday will mark 1 year that Katie Proudfoot claimed her child went missing from her home. And there have been so many different versions pertaining to dog scent, this and that. But I brought you content a month ago of the agency that helped search, and that guy told it. There's no verification of anything, of a scent, of the child, at a pond, over here, over there. And that should tell you something. That should tell you something. And once again, you hear the same rhetoric mentioned once again about a pond and a construction site mentioned in this commentary. You gotta have proof of something. And so far, there's no proof of anything. Just that we have a child who has not been visibly seen in a year. That's it. Bio parents who didn't seem interested, don't seem interested in the child. And now here come, poof, voila, this nonsense with this private investigator as if they're concerned about the kid. But yet they never speak publicly about the child, which to many people, that's strange. Or to some, a sign of guilt. Weigh it how you want. But I find it baffling because people go missing every day. And most people who are concerned about their loved ones, their friends, their coworkers, they're out here talking. They're out here being visible. They're out here passing out flyers. They're showing the world, hey, I miss my brother, my sister, my mother, my friend, my lover, my wife, my husband. I miss them. My brother, my sister. They're out here visibly showing they care. These people, to me, have shown no care for this kid. And then you go hire this private eye, or he decides to reach out to you to help you. And then you all want to bring us a video that the police has already seen 72 hours after the child went missing. And obviously the police feels like this video is not relevant. Flashlight video wasn't relevant. And the video of the mother and the child at the steakhouse isn't relevant. So I'm trying to ask the general public, what is it that you all are not grasping pertaining to all this video footage, yet it's not deemed relevant? Okay? It's not deemed relevant. So there's probably a reason for that, because possibly it's not relevant, these videos. What you don't have is a video showing this woman coming home, parking her vehicle, getting out with her son. That's what you don't have. Everything but that. And I think that's what most people would like to see. But 9 times out of 10, she parked her car inside of the garage, so you're not going to see her getting out of her vehicle with or without the child. Because 9 times out of 10, she parked her car in the garage. This is a sad tale of a child missing with no information relevant brought to you by law officials. And I think it's sad. Let's go to my community page. Video of figure walking about on the alleged night of Sebastian's disappearance. Relevant, 33%. Not relevant, 42%. Not sure, 25%. A video has been released of a figure walking about at night in Sebastian's neighborhood. Same night he allegedly went missing. Is it Sebastian? Police says it is not relevant to the case. It is him, 14%. Not him, 57%. Not sure, 29%. So both questions that I asked you all, they're almost neck to neck in not sure. First question about the video being relevant, you all said you weren't sure at 25%. Then I asked you if it's Sebastian in the video, you weighed at 29%, not sure. 57% of you said it's not him. Okay? 42% of you in the other question said it's not relevant. Take the polls. Make your voice count. That's my commentary pertaining to this latest update of absolutely nothing. Now, everybody's entitled to his or her opinion. If they believe the alleged flashlight video is relevant, if you believe the steakhouse video is relevant, now this video here that was ascertained 72 hours after the child went missing is relevant. Police say it's not. You're entitled to your opinion. But I personally, I'm fed up of all the nonsense pertaining to Sebastian Rogers. That's why I've not engaged in the past several months pertaining to any information and hoopla pertaining to the kid, because there comes a point when you have to know your place. And my place is not exacerbating shit that ain't got no receipt. And that's just who I am. His parents are entitled to believe whatever they want, think whatever they want. That's their child. He's not my child. But I'm a realist, and I'm looking through the looking glass. And all I'm seeing is just a bunch of nonsense. Now, naturally, Law enforcement is not going to reveal to you anything that they deem relevant. So they may have something that's relevant, but they don't have anything to verify or prove, but they're not going to tell the public. So I'm going to ask Sumner County Sheriff's Department. At this juncture in the road, almost 1 year in, do you have a viable lead to the disappearance of Sebastian Rogers? Do you have a suspects in mind? What do you think happened to the child? Do you believe if the child is alive or deceased? And when will you bring us an update pertaining to this case? Because this is starting to look like another rendition of the Summer Wells case, and like so many other cases of missing children. And once again, FBI stats, 500 children are murdered each year by their parents. That's a stat. That's not a myth. That's not a grainy video. That's not somebody's hypothesis or theory. That's facts. And most children are unalived by their parents. Not the boogeyman, not some phantom in the closet or under the bed, but their own parents. And I throw that in because that's an actual stat, not a theory. Some people may have hope seeing this grainy figure, but you don't know what this person was doing. Could have been somebody out looking, stalking somebody's house, or wanting to break into somebody's damn car. Nice neighborhood, nice cars, nice homes. Could have been somebody out up to no good, but it wasn't this child. And then you have to ask yourself the obvious from the information you got from the parents. Is he the type to be roaming around without shoes on, ducking and dodging under cars and behind cars? You'd have to know the child to know that. We don't know the child. And our understanding is that the child had an incident when he was younger with ants, so he wouldn't allegedly go outside without shoes on. So you're talking about a child just roaming the neighborhood, hiding behind cars for what reason? Just saying. That's my commentary, everybody. Follow the Queen on the Newsbreak app. Also here on YouTube. Like, share, subscribe. Drop your comments below. And if you'd like to donate to this great network, $Beganji129 Cash App. Thank you for your time. I will be back with more stimulating content and commentary. I will be uploading some breaking news in the shorts. I will be bringing you some commentary that's already been relayed pertaining to the woman in Pontiac, Michigan, who's been charged with 3 counts of first-degree child abuse, of neglecting her 3 children in squalor of a condo. $250 million bond. So far, she has not posted bond, which I doubt that she will. She has pled not guilty. She also faces life imprisonment. And now, the latest update pertaining to Sean Puffy Combs, one of his defense attorneys has bowed out. So I will bring you a live pertaining to that information later today. What a mess. What a hot but a mess. As for Mr. Jones missing out of Georgia, authorities are still looking for him. Lake Oconee girlfriend has already had a funeral. She's been laid to rest. Miss Jocelyn Wilson. There will be a team coming from Florida tomorrow on Sunday to help aid in the search. So there are 3 agencies aiding: Georgia, Florida, South Carolina on Sunday. And Florida and Georgia agencies are also helping in the search. And Georgia Power is also turning off power to the dam to help aid in the search on the water for Mr. Gary Jones. A lot of information. Stephon White, 35 years of age, got a 21-year sentence yesterday for unaliving his roommate because of dog poop on the property that his roommate didn't pick up after his dog. He unalived this man in 2023, shot him in cold blood, and he has to do 21 years in prison without parole. Those are my latest updates. You all have a wonderful weekend. I'll be back a little bit later this afternoon or evening with a live pertaining to Sean Puffy Combs and the debacle with his lawyer, deciding to remove himself from the case. Now, what we have to ask ourselves, why did this attorney remove himself? Possibly he saw no end in sight. With all the numerous allegations and lawsuits coming forward by the Bugsby firm out of Houston, Texas, I guess he said, to hell with it, I'm done. Where is Sebastian Rogers? Is he alive or is he deceased? Is this latest information relevant or not? Police says no, it is not. That's why they have not shown it to the public. You're entitled to your opinion on the said matter. You all have a wonderful afternoon. Once again, please stay safe, stay warm, and mind the children. You have been listening to the Vault XL. Thank you.